How you guys doing? This is a video at the end of the year, and I haven't made a video for a long time, so I want to wish you guys a happy new year and give you guys an update of the current system that I've been using. And I haven't made any changes, just minor changes, and so I thought I'd share this with you guys and show you guys some of my overclocking settings that I've been using for the past year. And so if anybody wants to try those out, since for those who have the similar setup to my setup, and so it's been stable for the whole year, and no issues whatsoever. So also I'm going to share the BIOS setup, so that way you guys can see my overclocking settings for my CPU and RAM and my GPU. But this all varies of your CPU silicon and your cooling and stuff like that, so silicon quality. So here it is. Let me remove this. I'll show you guys just to get a clear view. This is my NZXT case. I had actually removed this stuff down here because that provides better cooling. And in order to see this stuff, something I usually use, you can use like smoke, or I usually rip a little thin layer of napkin. And for example, when you put it here, you see here, that's the intake. You see, you let it go and it holds. So this is a way that I had cut this off, and I put this in here in the back. Now you can see the napkin, and that way you could see how much airflow you need and how much of that actually ended up helping reducing some of my temperatures, and it doesn't bother me. So this is my CoolerMaster. I have the 240 CoolerMaster AIO, and I changed to the version 2. This is the version 2. The other one started making some noises because this one actually, in order to, when you have a AIO, having it on the top is better, so that way you don't have any air gaps here. So I was hearing sounds and stuff, so I ended up buying the version 2, this one's better. And the RAM, I have it overclocked. This is XMP profile at 3.2 gigahertz. I was able to achieve 3.6. You see, 3.6, and it's running flawlessly, but it takes some time to know the current settings and stuff like that. And my GPU is the RTX 3080. This is the Gigabyte Gaming Overclocked Edition. So this one is already factory overclocked, and this is this current overclock that I have it on. 110 on the core, 1020 on the memory. Been using that for over a year, and it's running, see, 34 Celsius. No issues whatsoever. And for my CPU, as you can see, 5.1 gigahertz. It hardly even dips a little bit below 5.1 because I do have the 100 megahertz 0.01. You see, even went a little over 5.1. And yeah, this is called memory test, when you test your memory. So just to show you guys that 4 sticks at 8 gigabyte each, so that's 32 gigabyte of total. And yeah, and as for the fans, I don't know if I mentioned, I changed them to the the other ones that come with the case. These ones have better airflow, and they're RGB, but I don't like the RGB flashing type, so I just left them as it is. The keyboard, the mouse, and the monitor has been the same. This is my phone holder with AirPods, my charging. This one I grabbed this off of Amazon. This is a really nice headset. Yeah, it's wireless and it's not Bluetooth. It's got a USB dongle in the back. Really nice audio. For 25 bucks I grabbed it on sale. It's my gaming Predator laptop. This is my Oculus Refit S, and that's this one right here. This is I ended up buying this one because I upgraded my Xbox One X to SSD. So I use this cloning thing. You put the hard drive in the first slot and then the SSD in the second, and you just leave it as it is. You don't need soft or anything. You just I also did it for my brother, and so it's really nice. 25 bucks, and you can clone your drive. It's night and day upgrading your Xbox to an SSD, because I had the Series S and I ended up not giving it away, actually selling it for really cheap, because I wanted to stick with my Xbox One X for the Blu-ray. This one here is portable, because I like to have if I ever have a DVD or something, I need to so it looks really nice and neat in there. And I added here an 80mm fan that helps also my AIO, especially at the top ones where the hot and cold air come in. I couldn't add a 120 because the GPU clearance, you see, I can't even squeeze my finger in there. There's no clearance whatsoever. It's so long and it just fits perfect. The case is really snug, but I don't like big cases, so it's really nice. And that's my 1TB M.2 Nvme, and under the GPU is my Western Digital 512 black that has my Windows on it. And I do have a 4TB. Let me show you guys. I do have a 4TB. This one, the 4TB, is the D. This is the Western Digital Black 7200 RPM, and this one has the 56 megabyte cache. So it has about 250 megabyte read and write speeds for a hard drive. That's pretty fast. So I'm gonna go ahead and restart this. Don't want to make the video too long for you guys. I'm already at 6 minutes. And show you guys my BIOS settings. That's my i9-10900KF at 5.1. I'm gonna show you guys. Alright, go into settings. Okay, this is my BIOS settings. This is my Gigabyte. So every BIOS would have something different. But here it is. I have an advanced profile. It's enabled, you see, 1100.1 at 51. My ring ratio is at 46. I like to keep 500 difference. My DDR4, it's at 36, 32. I left everything on auto. The core voltage is at 1.28. Actually, yes, and this is I would 1.28, 1.285. It should be stable for this. RAM at 1.36. Everything else I left on auto. For example, these are 1 point, because I just increased them a little bit. I found a little more stability in there. So I'm gonna go, and I have it on extreme for the profiles. As you can see, this profile is on extreme. I didn't go ultra extreme. And there's another one here I can show you guys. Advanced CPU settings. This is what I have. Everything is disabled. You gotta go here, manual, and make sure for the power limits, you have to put them to the highest, especially those, so that way you don't have any thermal throttling or any power limitations or anything. And here it is. Okay, so when we go to I'm going to show you the advanced memory settings. This is the advanced memory settings. If I choose anything besides enhanced performance, it would crash at 3.6. So you got to go, do your homework. See, these are the timings that I've used. 17, 20, 20, 40. Anything 16, even 18, 19, 19, 39, it would not at 3.6. You probably would pass. You probably go in Windows, but one of the RAM chips would fail, because you have to be lucky for the 4 RAM sticks to be actually running stable at 3.6. And I'm very happy I was able to achieve 3.6 on the RAM, and it does improve a lot of your system performance. This is the core frequencies at 5.1 point something, 37 Celsius, 3600 megahertz for the RAM. And this is where you would see your voltage for your power supply to see. And someone asked me a message the other day, what kind of power supply I have. You know that I used to have the Alienware Aurora R9. This is the power supply that I'm using. It's the 850 watts Alienware Aurora R9, and it actually doesn't have cables. I modded cables for it. So these cables, I ended up extending cables for the 24 pin. I ended up extending the cables for it. I ended up making actually cables, cutting cables and making them to work for this. But you got to know what you're doing for this stuff. Don't do this, And that's my little killer 1650X PCI Express for the internet right there. I don't know if you can see that. So these are the memory timers. These are the only ones that I ended up playing with. Everything else is on auto. So remember what I said, even with enhanced performance and stuff, everything changes. So this is it. All right. And one other thing, advanced, I'm going to show you advanced. Go down here. This is something, okay, advanced voltage. You go to CPU. Here, also, this is changed to turbo, not extreme. And everything else, you can pretty much see that. And to get 5.1 stable at all cores at 1.28 volts, is just awesome. I was able to achieve 5.2, but I needed to bump the voltage so much higher that I was running into, especially running AVX loads. This is AVX on 0, so it stays at 5.1. It would overheat, and you know, it would just run into hundreds. It would go up to 104, 105, 100, even 6, and it would crash because I have the TDP is at 10, the max at 105. So very happy with this. That has nothing to do with this stuff, you know. Pretty much. So hopefully you guys, this was you know, good information for those who want to overclock their system. And I was lucky also with my GPU. I'm achieving very high overclocks and the memory and everything. And it's my Xbox controller. It has the built-in battery. I charge it with the little cable right there. So yep, hopefully you guys, this is my laptop. See, it runs you know, this is an 750HK. I have 4 sticks of RAM, 24 gigabyte, 2 16s and 2 8s. It has the GTX 1070, the full. This actually has more CUDA cores than the regular desktop one, and it's actually, I overclock it so it even runs faster than the laptop one. This is one beast of a laptop. It's my iPad with my iPad Air 5 with the M1 chip for playing some of my mobile games. So wow, it's a really long video. Sorry guys, 12 minutes. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and Happy New Year from me, and wish you all best of luck, and hopefully you enjoy this. Hopefully some of this information for overclocking was helpful. And if you need any more information, just shoot me a message and let me know. And once again, thank you so much. And for those long-time subscribers, since 2009, 2008, 2010, thank you guys, and everyone, thank you guys so much for sticking with me. And I wish you guys the best of luck. Happy New Year. Bye.